So America's plastic recycling is dumped in landfills, investigation shows.
Pretty much everyone already knew this, but yeah.
Consumers' efforts to be eco-friendly go to waste as many communities find themselves with nowhere to send their refuse.
Yeah, we talked about this on the extra one we did on Saturday.
Yeah. A sign on an upside-down dumpster spelled the end of Pearl Pie's long romance with plastic recycling. For years, Pie and her family generated almost no trash. She carefully washed, sorted, bagged hard-to-recycle items and drove them 2 towns over from her home in Berkeley, California, to the area's best recycling center. But on a gray morning in late May, when she pulled up with a bag of flimsy plastic clamshell-style containers, yogurt tubs, and meat trays, the sign informed her that due to poor market conditions, these items would no longer be acceptable for recycling. This is the reality that millions more Americans will have to adjust to. Well, I don't think there's millions of Americans going through that process.
Yeah, she sounds like very eco-friendly, like trying to do everything she possibly can.
I don't think your average American has adjusted to the idea of recycling at all, period, yet. So.
No.
A Guardian investigation reveals that cities around the country are no longer recycling many types of plastic dropped into recycling bins.
They're simply sending them to other countries.
Instead, they are being landfilled, burned, or stockpiled.
Mm-hmm.
From Los Angeles to Florida to the Arizona desert, officials say vast quantities of plastic are now no better than garbage. And that includes these states that make you fucking put it in separate bins and all this shit.
Yeah.
It's just going to the same fucking landfill.
Well, I've watched. In California, they've got the split containers. And I've watched the same garbage truck pull up to my house and dump the trash one and then dump the fucking recycling one into the same. You know what I mean? I watch it happen. So this has been going on. This whole recycling blanket that some states have thrown over it. This is at the back end of it.
It's just a bunch of
nowhere to
bullshit.
Send the refuse, and we just put it in the landfill anyway. It's just a burden on the consumer at this point.
Yeah. In total, only about half, 56% of plastic waste that America once exported is still being accepted by foreign markets in the wake of China's ban. So we used to be shipping a lot of this shit overseas.
Yes.
But now, I guess China said they don't want it, and ever since then, no one wants it.
It says here, this week, The Guardian revealed that what still goes overseas is inundating countries such as Vietnam, Turkey, Malaysia, and Senegal, but much of it remains with nowhere to go. So basically, some other countries are like, we'll get in on it, but then even then, they're kind of like, we can't take all this shit.
I think the answer to this is to find biodegradable alternatives and just ban
100%.
the use of plastic.
Do you remember
that's the only way to solve it.
I don't know if you guys remember this, but there was Sun Chips. You guys remember Sun Chips?
Yep.
They actually released a bag that was biodegradable.
And it was so loud and crinkly, people hated it.
But it crinkled too loud, so people were like, fuck this. We hate this bag. And then they stopped.
Right.
So, I mean, we're literally talking about, hey, this could help the planet. Yeah, but it's too loud.
It's not even just help the planet at this point. This is this could possibly save the planet from further degradation.
The problem is,
but it crinkles too loud.
The problem is we're asking consumers who are thinking and living in the now to think of the future. Think about 50 years from now. I'll be dead. Who cares? Give me the plastic.
They've made some overtures towards this reduced plastic shit in some of the more liberal states. I know in California, when we first
Washington.
When we moved down here. Or actually, when I moved down to Texas, it's when I really first noticed it. Down in the South, dude, everything is wrapped in plastic here. There's literally not a product you can get that comes in a paper bag down here, pretty much. You know what I mean? There's just plastic, styrofoam. And when you've got a significant proportion of your country living in that reality, there's no recycling down here.
None.
There's twice the amount of plastic on the shelves as I see in one of these Western states. It's over. Either ban the use of this shit and force these companies under threat of reprisal and law and shit to stop using these products, or just admit that we're going to dump this shit in the ocean till the end of time. There you go. Those are your options. Pick one. Listen, become a fucking patron, you stupid fuck! What are you waiting for? Huh? Get up, grab your credit card, go over to Patreon and become a patron already, for fuck's sake, what am I gonna do? Spoon feed you epic shit while you lay on your back? You gotta go where the food is. Go! Reach into your wallet. take out that card. Go to Patreon and swipe that motherfucker and become a real man.
Or woman.
Or a woman.